This is the CHRILLCAST. I am Chris.
And I'm Will.
I'm Slipspace Entertainment.
And
also, why do you clap now, Chris? Because you never cut. I'm always assuming like that's like a cut mark, but it's always in the freaking podcast.
I've been cutting it more recently. Thank you very much.
All right.
Mister, I watch every episode, but I don't actually watch every episode.
I never claimed to watch every episode. I lived it.
Will, what's today?
The first question? Oh, no.
My goodness, what is today?
Oh, today is Wildcard Wednesday, and it's a conversation with the CHRILLCAST.
That is correct. And our conversation today is with Mr. Slipspace Entertainment. Give everybody the elevator speech about your channel real quick.
All right. At Slipspace Entertainment, we make a lot of short Halo memes, typically less than 60 seconds long. I like to call them snack-sized bits. So really just a good place to come and get your Halo fix and have some good laughs and not having to watch a really long video for too long. So just come, laugh, leave, have a good time.
Come, laugh, leave. That should just be your description.
Well, I added like a description to my channel after seeing the review. I added something that just like makes Halo memes, something super short and simple.
Google actually uses that when people search for channels, by the way. That is whatever your description says. That's why I mentioned it.
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I don't know how well it uses it. I just know it does use it. Anyway, Will, you got that first question for our returning guest?
Yes. So what inspired you to make your channel, and why Slipspace?
Well, my channel has gone through definitely a lot of transformations. Like, I know my YouTube channel says, like, I think it was made in 2012, but it definitely hasn't been Slipspace Entertainment for that long. It's probably only been actually Slipspace Entertainment for the past 3 or 4 years. Before that, a whole bunch of different names, and we used to make videos that weren't exactly Halo related, but I've been making just videos with my friends ever since I was just like a kid. I was probably like 6 years old when I had like my first camcorder, just making crappy action movies or whatever with my pals. But then I just got more into it and I wanted to be more focused towards something, and then during my years at school I needed a hobby, so I didn't really want to go out and film stuff because that was hard to do with the environment that I was in. So I was like, well, I could always just do basically machinima, and me and my friends always wanted to make a machinima, but it was hard to always make one of those. So I just thought, well, it's even easier just making small jokes, and I would call it basically the Robot Chicken style, where it's just super short clips, and I could have made them into one big compilation or whatever, but I thought, I'll just make like 30-second videos, release them, call it good. I didn't think anything would ever come of it. I always just made them because I wanted to see them. I wanted to see the videos, so I made them. That was the whole original point. It wasn't to like show them off to anybody or anything like that. I never thought my channel would get to the size that it is now. I just wanted to make videos and show them to my friends.
And at what point did your channel start to kind of blow up?
Let's see, probably, well, I know this last August is when like it truly exploded. Like before August, I think I was right before like 10,000, and then like that whole year before that, I'd probably gone from 1,000 to 10,000, right? So it's like took like a year to get like 9,000 more people, but then to get from like 10,000 to where I am now at like 88,000, that only took like a few months. Somebody told me that there's some type of like threshold that you got to hit, and like when you hit 10,000, your channel just like explodes or something. And I was like, oh, is that how it works? Well, that's cool.
It's like YouTube is basically a tiered system, and the higher amount of subscribers you get, the more eyes that will see your videos.
Yeah, it's kind of like, in all those like on like apps and stuff, it's like, oh, this is the most downloaded video. It's like, well, that's because it's on the front page as most downloaded thing, so it's going to get downloaded more, so it'll just be there forever.
Yep.
Exactly. So you kind of explained this a little bit, but you said you wanted to do machinima as well. How did you end up settling on more meme type videos, and specifically Halo?
Well, definitely. I mean, I've always loved Halo, so Halo is something I always wanted to work with. And then, yeah, I did want to make machinima, but turns out, I mean, I do some writing in my spare time, but writing is definitely difficult and time consuming, and it's hard to get, especially like voice actors that I could get to work with me to do things, even if it was just like my friends. they're not professionals, so it always just came out very not ideal. And I just never thought I could really make a new machinima. And the past few years, like not like Halo Machinima is really big anymore, not like it was in like the late 2000s, early teens. So I just settled for what's easy. Just use other people's voices from like other things like media, like anything from like some other memes that already exist or from movies pretty much, and just overlay them on cutscenes and stuff. So it just seemed like a good compromise of what to do.
Yeah, I can definitely agree to that. I would never have thought to make like 12 to 1 minute to even 3 minute meme videos about Halo or with Halo in a more commercial sense like you did, but it works so well that I don't know how somebody wouldn't have thought of this. It's like a double-edged sword. Like somebody had to think of this to make it happen, but it seems so natural that it exists now on your channel.
I mean, yeah, it's like the Robot Chicken, like what I said, whereas because Robot Chicken is really just a compilation of like 30-second, 40-second like bits, and I always loved that because usually, like whenever I made my machinimas, it always ended up me writing a joke and then trying to make a story to tell the joke rather than telling a story and putting jokes in it. And I was like, well, I'm putting all this fluff around it. I just need the joke part, and then who needs context? So I just chopped off all the fat, made the joke, and then just put it out there, and that's good enough, right? It's like,
There you
It's
go.
definitely working.
All right, well, you got the next one.
Yep. How do you choose the theme or the format of your memes? And do you have any kind of particular inspiration? Is it like the same for each time, or is it change each time you make a new video?
so usually, like whenever I'm making any of these videos, I'm not trying to make Halo fit with like a meme. I'm trying to make a meme fit with Halo, if that makes any sense. Because memes change so fast these days. It's not like a constant meme that's there for like a month. Memes change like every other day now, and it's just if I see something that's either like on topic or whatever, I'm like, well, how can I put that with Halo? And then I just do. I find some way because I've been looking at the cutscenes for the past 4 years very intently. So I have them like ingrained in my brain. So now it's just like my brain is set to, how could that be a Halo thing? And now anytime I watch a movie, I'm like, I could get Chief to do that or something, right? It's like, and it basically, whenever I'm watching something, I'm just thinking, how can that be funny, or how can this be a part of Halo? Or just somebody already makes some meme and it's some other game, and it's like, well, I feel like I could probably do something like that, but make it Halo related and like put a spin on it, right?
Mhm.
Because there's already formats that exist. It's just what media do you want to put in it?
Makes
fair.
sense.
Mhm.
Let's see here. So how long does it take you start to finish to make each of these videos?
Now, these vary a lot for sure. I know I said this the last time where it's like, the videos that take the least amount of effort are the ones that get the most amount of views. And it's like, one of my recent uploads, like the sawed off thing, just broke like 1 million views or something. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, I literally just took this dude sawing off a gun and then just put up the door breaking down with the flood. That took me like, other than a little bit of setup from like going into the game and recording the door breaking down, it's like I throw it into Final Cut Pro and that takes me like less than 5 minutes. But then something that's like Halo for Casuals, one of my longer videos, that thing can take me like 3 days. But not because it's like technically hard, it's hard to come up with a joke to tell every 5 seconds without being repetitive. But if I had to give you like an average, I'd say videos probably take me anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes on like the usual video, but sometimes they can be way shorter, sometimes they can be way longer. Sometimes I get carried away and I'm just like, oh man, wouldn't it be good if I just added more?
Well, would you say the video took you the absolute longest?
It definitely probably had to be Halo for Casuals part 3, I guess. Yeah, probably that one, because it's just getting harder and harder to come up with jokes without being repetitive, because it's like you got to keep it short, you got to keep it funny, and you got to keep it informative, and it's really hard to keep that balance and like when you're making something like that. But I mean, I love the videos, and it's like even though they don't get good views, I don't really care because I like to watch them myself. It's like, yes, they're just kind of they're hard to make and they're just awful in the process, but when I'm done, I'm so satisfied with what I've created, and I just like to watch it. It's like I want to watch things that I want to watch, and I just hope that other people want to see it too.
Yeah, because I've heard from a lot of people, if you make content you wouldn't watch yourself, why are you making the content?
Yeah, you get burnt out so fast.
Yeah.
There would be no point to make that content, right? If you don't enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, obviously you use a lot of clips from different movies and other media. How often do you get dinged for that?
Well, usually I didn't really pay attention to that because I didn't bother to monetize my channel for a long time because I was like, I don't care, whatever. I'm the rogue channel that doesn't like play by copyright rules because I don't get paid or anything, so I don't care. And so I put some. I mean, I still don't really care, but now I just get more notifications because now I'm actually monetized because YouTube made me do it. I was like, well, okay. But it's like, even if I still want to make this thing that has SpongeBob in it, it's like, well, they will take the money or whatever, but I still wanted to make the video, so I don't care. So it won't stop me from making a video, but I probably get dinged probably like one every 5 times, something like that.
Okay.
So,
And I guess, like, as you were saying, you just leave it up like that, then you don't care.
yeah, it's like I make something, I put it up, and it says, hey, this is copyright, you can't monetize it. It's like, okay, that's fine. As long as I can put it up, I don't care. As long as it doesn't get like muted or taken down or whatever. The monetization doesn't matter, but now I actually get like the notifications. I mean, I guess they gave me notifications before, but I definitely didn't care. Now it's like on my page being like, hey, copyright, no monetization. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, because you said you would not have monetized if YouTube hadn't put out that weird update where they're like, hey, we're gonna monetize stuff even if you don't monetize it.
Yeah, the day of, I was like, well, they probably won't put ads on my stuff, right? And then on my Discord the next day, somebody's like, hey, one of your videos has an ad. It's like, well, I guess I'll monetize it because they're already putting ads on my videos. It's like, well, I guess I might as well take the money instead of them.
Right. Yeah. At least take your cut, right?
Yeah, it's like, man, I just didn't like the idea of there being ads in the way of like short clips. I don't like the idea of someone having to watch, even if it's 5 seconds, a 5-second ad for a 30-second video, right?
Yeah, I understand that. CNET was like the worst in the back in the day. It'd be like a 1.5 minute advertisement in front of a 2-minute video, and it's like, what the heck?
Or have that in the middle of the video.
Yeah.
I think I can still make it so that way, or at least I don't know what it does on the other side, but I always uncheck like the unskippable ad. I don't know if they play unskippable ads anyway and then just don't pay them for me, but I hope that means they just don't put them in there because I hate unskippable ads. I know everybody else hates them. So hopefully that doesn't put them in there, but I don't know. I try to have say, but then I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of pull.
I don't think I've ever seen an unskippable ad in the front of one of your videos, but I could be wrong.
I would hope not. I would hope there would just not be one there, especially with how short they are.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the 5-second unskippable ads. There are a few of those that come up every once in a while because you're going to have to wait 5 seconds either way.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Where are we? Were we on the next one, Will? Okay,
Yep, I have the next one. So what are you looking forward to most in Halo Infinite?
Something that I look forward to a lot in Halo Infinite is, they've talked a lot about kind of a big, open, expansive world, and that's cool and all. What I really hope that means is that big team battle becomes to be freaking sweet again. I'm just a huge fan of big team battle, and like I feel like in the last couple entries, it's just been not there. The vehicles and the maps the vehicles are just not that team oriented, and there's not really anywhere to put them because it's so like the maps are too narrow or whatever. And it's like, well, this is going to be a big area. I want there to be massive. I'm excited to see the vehicles, really. It's just like, I want to know, are they going to have Falcons and stuff? Are they going to have more team-oriented vehicles? Because, in Halo 5, almost all the vehicles are just one-man power, like, fantasies of just, like, the driver basically just gets to kill everybody. You don't need, you don't need anybody's help, which is kind of just, man, it's like, sure, was the Falcon kind of overpowered in reach? Sure, but it's like, that's a lot of coordination you got to put in there. Like, if you're not coordinated, you just die. So I'm really excited to just see, like, some of the vehicle play and just how you can interact with like your teammates and stuff. I just hope it's not just you running around by yourself. I want just like a big massive battle.
That'd be cool. Maybe have like scarabs in the middle of it or something.
Yeah, if they could do that, that'd be
Oh my
sweet.
gosh. Can you imagine hijacking a Wraith to take out a Scarab?
I want oversized vehicles.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to have like what they tried to do with Warzone, but then actually merge it with a proper big team battle. I think that'd be
Yeah.
really, really
Halo
epic.
5 doesn't even have any like real big team battle maps. There's Warzone maps, which are
Yeah.
still kind of like, I mean, they're big, I guess, but they're kind of like claustrophobic. They're full of junk. You can't drive anything around. Opposed to like, like Blood Gulch or something, it's like it's kind of hilly, but you can't crash into anything really. You can actually drive around. You don't have to drive down like a road and then just get blown up.
I mean, the original premise of being able to explore the entire ring had me thinking, imagine if you could slice any part of that ring and make that into a map for multiplayer. That would be incredible.
Awesome.
All right, let me see here. So speaking of things you're looking forward to and things that we've looked back on, what was your favorite Halo game and what is your least favorite Halo game?
Now, I'd have to say definitely for my favorite, hands down, Halo 3, just because, like, I mean, I love the campaign, and I love, like, the original trilogy, but I feel like when it comes down to, like, campaign, Halo 3, I don't think there's a single mission that I don't want to play in Halo 3. Every single mission I like. Halo 2, there's a handful of levels that's just like, oh god, I don't want to do this. Same thing with Halo 1. It's just like there's some levels I don't want to do. Halo 3, I don't think there's any mission that I don't want to play. And then the multiplayer.
What about Cortana?
Cortana is probably like at the bottom, but at the bottom of like good levels, I think. It's like it's a pain to run through, but it's like, how some people are just like in love with the library but also hate it. It's like I kind of have that relationship with the Cortana level where it's like, yeah, this is awful, but it's awful in like an awesome and beautiful way. And the multiplayer I think is fantastic. Maybe not as good in like I think some other Halos may have actual Slayer and 4v4s possibly better, like Reach or 2, but I'm a big team battle kind of guy, and Halo 3 definitely has the best big team battle, I feel like, with just how chaotic it is. I love it. I still do it like almost every other day. I'm playing Halo 3 big team battle on like Standoff or Sandtrap or something, and I'm always just having a blast. And then when it comes to least favorite, I'm always debating between these two, but it's like I think I'd probably have to just say Halo 4. And I know some people be like, oh, well, I can't believe it's not Halo 5. Halo 5 is bad. It's like, yeah, but Halo 5 is actually kind of fun to play mechanically. Halo 4 is not. I can't. It's like, sure, is the campaign better than 5? Yeah, sure. It's not hard to improve on garbage. Yeah, like it's Halo 5 is bad, and that's true. I'm not really a big fan of Halo 4's campaign. It's better than 5's, but I don't really like it that much. But the multiplayer in 4 is just not fun to play, and it honestly burns my eyes. It just doesn't look good either. Metal is too bright. Even dirt, everything's just dirt everywhere. It's not a great environment and not fun gunplay. So the Halo 4 would probably have to be at the bottom for me.
Yeah, I think I would probably agree with you. However, I still think Halo 1's my number one. But Halo 4 is my least, for sure.
I've kind of changed my tune a little bit. 5 and 4 are equivalent to me, but I can see why you would take 5 over 4. I just have a hard time picking gameplay over story.
Yeah. I definitely pick gameplay over story. I mean, the story in the original trilogy is honestly kind of trash. But I still love it because it's so much fun. So
it's like if the game isn't fun to play, then the story doesn't really matter, because then you're not going to get to the story if you're not even having fun. It's like at least in Halo 5, it's like, well, I may not like what's going on. And, well, even the campaign, it's not even fun mechanically to play, just because the Prometheans, I think, are some bull. Very fun to fight.
Yeah, I think the multiplayer is a lot of fun, though. I play quite a bit of the multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing some the other day just because I hadn't done it in a while. And then, I was playing Warzone because I have all these backed up, I was like, man, I got 20 tanks. I just use these because I'm never going to play this game again, really. I just mess around.
Was that where some of your tank footage came from, or not at all?
No, I came from Halo 3. I was
Okay.
No, I don't know if it's just me, but I have a really hard time playing or like driving the tanks in the 343 games. Like the driving controls are all off for me. I'm not sure why.
This video is so great, by the way. I keep
oh,
peering into it.
It
Yeah.
hurts me a little bit because you keep skipping parts, and it's like you can't skip any of Halo 1. You gotta play the whole thing.
Yeah, see, that's the hard part, right? I have to cut down that 15-minute mission or 20-minute mission down to like 4 minutes or whatever.
All right, let's see here. Well, you got the next question.
Yeah. So, which game do you find yourself using for memes or slash jokes the most?
Honestly, probably if I'm using gameplay, I'm probably using Halo 3 the most because I think it looks the best visually with its art style. I think Halo Reach is a little too gritty, so it's not very it doesn't come off as much as a joke as much.
Mhm.
And then well, Halo 2 and 1 don't have theaters, so I can't really use those.
Yeah.
So 3 if I'm doing anything gameplay wise. If I'm doing anything usually part of a campaign, I'm probably using Halo 2 definitely the most because I mean it has the blur cutscenes that just look amazing, and that honestly those cutscenes have some of the most action. In Halo 3, or really in all the other Halos, they don't really do anything in the cutscenes. They just kind of stand around. In Halo 2, like you got Master Chief running away from being glassed. You have Johnson and the Arbiter fighting each other,
Mhm.
and it's like there's just more action going on that I could use. Everything else, not so much. But yeah, definitely when it comes to cutscenes, Halo 2, I think I have it like bookmarked all the time just because it's always there.
Yeah, I did find that the blur cutscenes were super useful when I did that Halo music video, so I can completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and then like then Halo Wars 2 actually works great with it. Something that like I try to do definitely when working with videos is never mix the Halos unless they look close enough. It's like I don't want to use a Halo 2 cutscene and like a Halo 3 cutscene because then it kind of is jarring because it's like, well, okay, this looks different. Master Chief suddenly looks a lot different, right?
Unless
But-
that makes
but
the
I-
joke better, right?
Well, if it's part of the joke, then it can work. But if it's like Master Chief saying something and then him doing something else, but it's just like he's in different armor or looks completely different, then it's just kind of jarring and I don't like how it
Yeah.
looks. But like I can use like Halo Wars 2 and Halo 2 like together because the blur cutscenes look so good and they basically look the exact same. So I can put those together. But like I can't really mix a lot of other things together. I can kind of get away with 4 and 5, but I try not to mix.
Let me ask you this question: if you were going to do something other than memes and your current content that you do, with the joking atmosphere, what would you do more seriously if you were ever going to make a serious, like a more serious, more serious video?
Now, definitely, I would do pretty much kind of what Installation 00 did, and is doing, where, so like I went to university to be an aerospace engineer, so it's like I really like engineering and stuff, right? So and I'm just fascinated with space, and I was like, well, I also really like Halo, and I want to do stuff on like on pretty much all the ships and stuff in it. And I kept delaying it and delaying it. I was like, oh God, that would just take so much time. And I'm doing my studies right now. And it's like, I don't have time to do fake math right now. It's like, I can't do like all these fake things. And then finally I saw Installation 00's videos. I was like, oh, sweet. Somebody else already did it. I don't have to. It's like, because there was no information about it. There was no information about a lot of the ships and like how they functioned. Right. And I wanted to make something that made sense, that explained how they worked. But it's like, well, nobody has the answer, so I would have to do that. But then I was pretty relieved whenever he did it, because like, cool, that saves me a bunch of work. I don't have to do that. But it's like he beat me to the punch, but I'm kind of glad he did. I mean, he does great work. He does. I love his videos, and he probably does it better than I could. The way that he puts things together, I couldn't talk as long as he could. But yeah, it's like that's definitely probably what I would aim for, but I mean, I don't know if I could do that now because then I'd be encroaching on his territory, which is why I stick to my territory of memes because that's pretty on YouTube, not a huge platform there. I know on like Instagram and stuff like that, there's a lot more Halo memes. On YouTube, there's not a huge presence here for Halo memes. I know there's a few, and I'm just subscribed to some of them, but there is definitely a niche that could be taken up, and well, I mean, I guess I got one of the slots.
Maybe we'll have to have you and Installation 00 on in the future to discuss some of these ships and stuff just for fun.
No, yeah, I mean, I bought the like Warship or the Warfleet book, and just like I was reading through it, and I was like, this is probably my favorite book. And it's like, this is great. This is the best thing ever. I can't believe they made this. And I was just like, I was nerding out about it.
So if they made a, I guess we'll be talking about this more on Friday, but just real quick, if they made a space game where they were like flying ships in space in Halo for like Covenant battles and whatnot, would that be interesting to you?
Yeah, I've always like something I wanted to be part of like Halo Wars would be like fleet battles like in space or something. Cool. Like that'd be so sweet. I heard rumors about how if they were going to make Halo Wars 3, then they would do something like that. I don't know how they would, but it would be awesome. And it's like that's definitely something that I've wanted more like space stuff in Halo for being like a space marine and stuff like that. It's like it's amazing how kind of little you spend in space.
Right. That's true. Let me see here. So what other video game series do you enjoy besides Halo?
I definitely, probably when I'm not playing Halo, I'm probably playing Destiny the most. I used to play a lot more games, but as I've gotten more busy, I realized that it's like I can't play all these games. So it's really easy to, I like Destiny because it's a game of, I can kind of turn my brain off and just shoot bad guys. And sometimes you just need those games, right? That you just turn your brain off. You don't got to think too hard. And then whenever I'm not playing that, I mean, I don't really know what I do. I forget just work on videos, I guess. I mean, I've been into like playing Sekiro right now, and I've been interested in like some Dark Soul games. I know that was some topic somewhere else, but those are some games that I'm into. And then yeah, I dabble in the Call of Duties here and there. But
do you share my criticism of Destiny for not having good vehicle combat?
Yeah, I wish like D1 had like some, and then it was just like nah, and then D2 they just kind of got rid of it, which I guess was probably better than trying to fix it. I guess it's like the vehicle combat is subpar.
Yes, it is. I think the game would be so much better if there was a ghost.
Oh my
god,
gosh.
proper ghost
instead of that weird. What is it? It's almost like a
Sparrow.
Yeah, it's almost like the speeder from Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what it is basically. And I wish they had guns on it.
Oh my gosh,
that was so disappointing when I found that out. I booted up Destiny the first time, hopped on that thing. I was like, yes, about to do some cool stuff. What? There's no guns.
I played the whole first game expecting there to be something. Like a tank or some kind of flying vehicle.
Well, they did.
You're in space.
They did put a tank. I know, and at least I know there's one in the second one, but you get it's only like once or twice.
Yeah, you get it in the second game.
It's like, what the heck? I don't get to drive. Like, you built this thing. You spent the time to make it. Why don't you use it more?
All right, well, you got that next question.
Yep. Who are some of your favorite content creators here on YouTube?
Well, I mean, I do enjoy a bunch of the Halo content creator guys, you know, like Installation 00 and Same Token and Hidden Xperia and Late Night Gaming, stuff like that. Anything other than that is usually a bunch of like things like real engineering and alternate history and stuff. A lot of like educational stuff. Learning about history and learning about engineering is a bunch of the stuff that I watch.
Okay.
I can relate. Every once in a while I like to nerd out and listen to like electrical engineering style videos, so
yeah, I'm always watching stuff about like planes and space, and then just history I always thought was cool, and then learning about like alternate history of what could have happened I think is really cool. Then I guess I also just watch Matt Pat and all his theory things. Game theory and film theory and food theory.
Very cool. All right. I guess, since the videos you make are a little shorter, maybe the audience will appreciate a little shorter interview, but I'm going to ask this last question here. Is there anything that we missed that you would like to cover, or anything that you would like to ask us?
I mean, no. I mean, I got everything at least on my side. I think I described the channel pretty well. I know a lot of people ask if Slipspace Entertainment's only run by one guy. I do a lot of the work, but there's some other people here. So,
Oh, there is. Okay.
so Slipspace Entertainment, I try to put it in all my comments and stuff. We, our, us. There are some others here. I mean, I do a bunch of those things, but there's other people that usually those people that are in the gameplays and stuff. So credit to some of those guys. I'm glad that they can work with me and keep me sane.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
It's actually funny. So there are quite a few creators that'll say like we or our, and it's just one guy. So, like I never know.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, clearly you do the bulk of what the channel does, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the guy who's in charge of the Twitter and the Discord and then making the videos. But then really everyone else is kind of like a stand-in whenever I need somebody to do something with me. And it's like, hey, I need somebody to puppeteer this guy so that way I can run him over with a car. Right? And it's like, I need you to do this and whatever. I just need somebody to play a part. And then I just take all the footage and usually just edit with it. Or, like in the Let's Plays and stuff, it's usually the other people that are playing Left 4 Dead with me and stuff.
Yeah, we've learned that there are a lot of creators that are more than one person, like Covenant Cannon, 3 people. And
Yeah, I had no idea until the interview.
well, we knew after the interview with Nakai the first time we had them on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know the interview.
But yeah, I didn't know it was 3 people. I realized there were other voice actors, but I thought it was literally just his channel. But no, it's him and 2 other guys. I was like, oh, okay. Which, by the way, they did say they're down to do a Covenant version of the Halo Joins the Battle if you're ever interested.
Oh, yeah, I did see that, and I was thinking about that and how I was going to do that. It's on one of my to-do lists around here. I got a list that says ideas, and it's 100 things long, and then by the time I get back to them, I'm like, wait, what was this idea? Because I read it and I'm like, I don't know what this means. I already don't understand what this is. Or the opportunity has passed or something. So it's I'm just backtracking through a whole bunch of my things right now.
Okay.
I was just, what was I had something else that was just on the tip of my tongue here.
Are you got a meme idea? I'll use it. I'll make it. I'll do
well,
it.
I mean, you're welcome to make a meme idea. It would almost be funny to see a Krill somehow involved in a meme from the Penguin, but
promo.
No, because there's this really great scene where they're all going in one direction, right? And then the 2 guys wait, we need to leave the whatever it is, and then they get eaten by a whale, I think, if I remember correctly. Be great to see something with the flood with that. I don't know.
Oh, what, in Nemo or whatever, they get eaten by the whale?
I don't remember what that. I'd probably pull up the scene right now, but it would get claimed, so there's no point. I'll send it to you later if I can remember where it is.
All
right, let's see here. Will, did you have anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Mr. Slipspace, do you have anything else?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well,
I enjoy Sprint and Halo.
No. Well, thank you for taking the time to do this interview and the rest of the segments we're doing this week. He'll be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, but he'll be missing Thursday because we're covering a subject that has almost no interest of his. Let's put it that way.
Out of my expertise.
That's true. I don't know if you like the games, but definitely not within the realm of what you would normally cover.
I'll call it very neutral. I know nothing about the games. You have to know something to not like them. I don't know them. So.
Right. Fair enough. Well, yeah, like I said, thank you for being on for the interview, and appreciate it.
I appreciate it too.
As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
I'm Slipspace Entertainment.
And we will see you
Next CHRILLCAST. Bye, guys.